Adventure racing. Simply put, there are checkpoints in the woods, and you have to travel whatever means necessary to find as many as you can, using only a map and a compass.
The race is on. Guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. So today we made the trek out to Western Maryland and we are here again at Cunningham Falls. If you saw my last video, I was mountain biking up here and we entered a waiting list, but we got on. We are going to be doing the Crooked Compass adventure race. So this is an only hiking adventure race, so it should be pretty easy. We'll probably get 20-25 miles. There's a 10-hour time limit to try to get 40 points roughly. So if you don't know anything about adventure racing, there's points in the woods. We use our compass, we find the points in a certain amount of time. So we're just getting our maps here, getting our route out, getting our gear ready. We're about 20 minutes from the start time. So see you guys at the start line. Here we go for the pre-race briefing.
All right, good morning everybody.
Everyone's getting all geared up here. We're about 5 minutes from race time. One last look at the map here. Alrighty, we're about a minute away here. Here we go.
You have until 5:01. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's see how you're charging in about 4 hours up these mountains.
So I got my passport here, and here we go. Okay, finished the prologue. Now we're starting our day. Okay, we're on the trail. Got about 2 miles to the first checkpoint. There's the sunrise just in time for us here, 7 o'clock, and we'll have to be back by 5. Here we go. So this first 2 miles on the trail up to the ridge, and once we get up there, everyone's basically going to go their separate ways with whatever route they plan. And then we're going to end up doing a mix of bushwhacking, trail, sub-trails, and using our compass a bit for the rest of the day. We probably won't get to all of them, but we're going to try to get as many as possible in the 10-hour time frame. So man, this is a pretty cool sight. All the groups of orange just in a solid line for like a mile, and the sunrise off to the valley. Yeah, so it's kind of a last minute thing. We were able to get on this race. We put our name on the waiting list a couple months ago and just got the email this week like, hey, there's a spot open, come out Saturday. So here we are. I was just here last week mountain biking, had a great time if you didn't watch that video already. But I'm basically hiking those same trails, so got a little bit of advantage on my way around a bit. But should be a pretty fun day. We're just gonna pace ourselves because it's a long day ahead. It's been just about all uphill from the start, and we're about maybe a quarter mile from the ridge here. We'll hit our first checkpoint. Is right up here. Nice work. A little time, acknowledge the view at least. And here we go. Pretty good view. Now we're into it. We got our first checkpoint. We're not gonna go back empty-handed. So yeah, we're on the board. On to so we're following this one, headed towards checkpoint C. Should be about a kilometer. All the people around, you know there's a checkpoint when there's a bunch of people. Here it is. And now our off-trail route officially begins. Got about 500 meters to the next one. Just following this creek down. headed south. Man, the race is still early, but there's still a whole group of people, maybe like 10 to 12 teams, and it's obvious we all have the same heading, but it'll spread out once we get to where there's more choices of which way to go. So far we're about an hour in, 1/10 of the way done. We see the next one here. You see it? Here's D. Now we're doing some bushwhacking. We got our heading. We got about maybe a quarter mile due west, and hopefully we'll intersect the other trail. Took a more or less shortcut, cutting across. We'll see if it's a shortcut. At least now this is more fun. This is basically what we're going to be doing all day here. So we completed that little bushwhack there. We're right where we want to be. We make a little better time on the trail than we do off trail, and you know there's a checkpoint when you see people. There it is. Next checkpoint should be back up to the north. Follow this trail for about the next mile, and then our checkpoint will be right off this trail. Cruising right along. So far so good. Bushwhacking now to maybe 100 yards or so to checkpoint B. Here it is. Basically from here on out, at least the next couple checkpoints will all be get a heading, figure out how far we get to take that heading, and just off trail. This is where it's at right here. Gotta love mountain laurel. Made it to the next one here. That bushwhack did not end up saving any distance. There's a cool little lake there. We're gonna stick to the trail a bit now. There are 3 maps and we're almost done the first one. So he is right where?
Like another 100 yards.
So we made it to checkpoint E here. I think this is number 6, maybe 7. I'm doing a little bit of trail running here. It's a nice long downhill here. Surprised I haven't twisted an ankle yet. It's really rocky. We just got a sore squeeze for this trip in particular, but also just in general. So we're gonna test it out. All right, we're making our way towards the next one here. See it. Okay, so here's our punch card. You guys probably can't see what we've done. All those, maybe a third of the way done, I think.
So that's north.
Yeah.
It's a J.
Yeah. Go down in this valley, cross over the creek, and then up the other side. Head down to this creek, down in this valley, It's been pretty much all bushwhacking in the past like 4 or 5 checkpoints. It's fun. It's slow, but cut up to the road, a service road I should say, like gravel, and then follow that to the next checkpoint. We're making our way down this gravel road. We're at about 1 kilometer on this, all downhill, which is just like we planned it. At the second mandatory checkpoint, they give you another map to an additional 6 checkpoints that are like kind of in the same area. So we're gonna get that map. We're debating whether we want to attempt to get those 6 or just skip them. Right down to the station here, and
This whole thing is less than.
we got another map. I'm gonna go for it here. Hopefully it'll be pretty quick, and then we'll continue on our way. It's very important that we know exactly where we are because the trails are really close together. So we have to know each intersection. There's our first one. This is actually, so there's 6, I guess they're like bonus checkpoints in this area. And they're close together, but there's so many trails weaving in and out. It's actually like just as hard. It's like a maze back here. It's P6. And actually there's another one straight ahead. We're at 4 of the 6. I think we're getting these faster than any other 6 checkpoints we're gonna get. Man, but we found the infinite B2. So this is probably the hardest one to find. It's like hidden. You can't see it from any direction. One more of the maze ones to get. And all 6 bonuses are complete. And then we'll be on to continue on our journey. We reached the halfway point. We start at 7. We have to be back by 5. It's currently a little after 12. So we're probably gonna start to loop around and start making our way back up north. Back on the main route. Okay, we got another one here. This is checkpoint R. And now we're getting back into the compass territory. Compass and bushwhacking territory here. Doing a little bit of bushwhacking to find a trail. Cut off a little bit different. Worked exactly as planned. So we're on this trail for like maybe a mile at least. So we're just gonna try to cruise, eat some food, and get ready, because once we get to the next point, it's going to be some serious compass bushwhacking for the next couple points after that. Really, this entire thing has just been a giant loop. So this is the farthest we're going to go, and hopefully we can make it back in time. We're kind of pushing it. There's no way to tell though at this point. We'll see. So cool little pond here. Of course the checkpoint we're trying to get to is on the opposite. So, and we're back to bushwhacking here. At least it's not that bad. We're just gonna follow this low point down to the next checkpoint. Here it is. Yeah, another one. I think this is number 20. Trying to get our heading to the next one. There's no trail from this one to the next one, so about a half mile. Okay, this one took us a bit longer than expected. We just missed our heading was just a couple degrees off, but it messed us up because we pushed too far to the north. Should be mostly on trail to the next one. Maybe 2 miles to the next one. Right now, I think we're like 18 miles in and making our way back. So we have come to the conclusion that we think we went as far as we possibly could go without doing any running. We are really going down here, and you can tell we're getting close on time because groups of people are all doing the same thing. Here it is. Everyone like did different stuff or whatever, but everyone's back on the same route and we're all racing back to the start. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we are going down this valley and some of the other checkpoints are up on that second ridge there. So the elevation change is definitely a factor here. Rock, rock, rock. Oh. This is serious. Right across this creek. Maybe 100 yards. Let's go next. Checkpoint. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a person standing right up there. That's where it's at. Pretty serious. We're gonna start making our way back now. Minus 2 hours till we need to be back. So just got the ones on top of the cliff, and now we've got about a mile service road to the next one. We kind of have to take the fastest way back. So there are a couple more checkpoints between now and when we get back. It might be maybe 5 miles, 6 miles. Just cruising on the service road, trying to beat our 5 o'clock deadline. I think given we're gonna get over 25 miles, which is what they said you could do the course in, and I think realistically to do the entire course you're looking at like 30, maybe even like 35 miles, which is a lot in 10 hours. You know, there's a checkpoint when there's a bunch of orange people gathered around. Another one they hit on top of boulders. Alrighty. And there it is. And you see the service road, we came all the way up. So we're gonna veer off the service road for a bit and head on the trail because there's 2 checkpoints that we have to get to. Nice. But right now the goal is to make it back in time. And there's still people behind us, so either we're overestimating how much time it's gonna take back or they're underestimating. So we shall see.
Feels like you.
I think we missed it.
200 yards farther.
We're making our way along the ridge trail here. We have about a mile until we turn to head down towards the start and finish, I guess. And we got about 25 minutes. So about 3 miles in 25 minutes. I don't think that's possible. So I don't know if we'll make it back in time, but we shall see. So I think this is number 27 in total, and now we gotta hurry it on back. Here we go. Okay, now we gotta pick up the pace a bit. I say we just jog it, keep a steady pace. We'll show up at like 5:10.
All right, I'm good with that. Let's do it.
There's no other trail to the right. Huh? So it does not appear we're gonna get back in time. We're still a mile out. and we have like 5 minutes, so we'll probably pull in maybe 5-10 minutes late. So yeah, it's officially 5 o'clock, so
We got 1 minute. We got this.
we got
We got this. 1 minute.
1 minute to go, about a mile. Don't think it's gonna happen, but one little mistake cost us 10 minutes. So we got the headlamps out now. This was a tough course, and they said it from the beginning. We're gonna clock in like maybe 27 miles. So that's a solid day. Almost back. And we made it. So just a little bit after 5, but it's all good. And we're back to the car here. Just over 10 hours, awesome time. I feel like we finished in the middle of the pack. We finished 27 of the 37 checkpoints. So all in all, a great day, awesome adventure race, and we'll probably be back here next year. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys next week. Subscribe for more outdoor adventures.